Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Shipman News. Here I am only reading the Hindu newspaper. My purpose is merely improving my knowledge and English, only nothing else. Therefore, please support and guide me. This is our first article. How do habitual offenders law discriminate? Confirmed by habits. Member of the various denotified tribes take a vote during the first conference of Literate People's Right Organization in 2012. File photo. How are habitual offender deemed so? What is the history behind the denotified and nomadic tribes being seen as criminal tribes? Why are states such as Gujarat not keen repeal the habitual offender law? Article written by Abhinay Lakshman explains the story so far. Months after the Supreme Court of India questioned the need for decades old law that have classified a section of criminal as habitual offender across India. The government of India has revealed in Parliament that such law continue to operate in as many as 14 state and union territories. What has the SC said about the matter in the past? In October last year, while deciding a matter on caste discrimination within India's jail, the Supreme Court of India has called into question the very basic of the habitual offender classification, noting it was constitutionally suspect and used to target members of the notified tribe. The recent information revealed in the Lok Sabha on March 11 by the Union Social Justice Ministry showed that some states like Gujarat have argued for the continuations of the law given that the intent of its use is not suspended, while others are in the process of discontinuing its application, like Punjab. State like Haryana have already repealed it. The government has said that the Union Ministry of Home Affairs communicates with states on this law and the status of their repealing from time to time. What is the origins of the habitual offender classification? According to the National Commission of Denotified Nomadic and Semi-Nomadic Tribes, headed by Bhikkhu Ramji IDATE, which submitted its report in 2017, the beginning of the criminalizing community in India began with Regulation 24 of 1793, which gave magistrates some power to put to work or imprison certain community or tribe based on suspicion alone. The Indian Penal Code of 1860 and the Criminal Procedure Code of 1861 further set up the mechanism to maintain a register of dacoits and thugs before culminating in the Criminal Tribes Act CTA of 1871. It was through this act the IDATE's Commission notes that the phrase criminal tribe was first concocted and the system of registration began. The law provided for a gang, a tribe, or a class of people to be declared criminal and was strengthened throughout the next few decades. In 1924, the law was applied to all of colonial India, which increased the number of the community declared criminal exponentially, according to the IDATE's report. Just as the Constitution of India was being adopted, the government's Criminal Tribes Act Inquiry Committee Report 1949-50 was published, which recommended the repealing of the CTA and encourages the central legislation applicable to all habitual offenders without any distinction based on the caste, creed, on or birth. And in 1952, based on this report, the government of India repealed all criminal tribes law across the country, leaving the community notified under this law to be classified as denotified, demodic, and semi-nomadic DNT tribes. By this time, state has already stated enacting habitual offender law across the country, such as the Madras Restriction of Habitual Offender Act 1948, which was extended to Delhi in 1951. Rajasthan passed a similar law in 1953, and over the next 2 decades, more states Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Karnataka, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and a sector adopted law on habitual offender. All of them moved away from the premises of classifying community as prone to crime by defining a habitual offender in terms of the conviction they have had. However, even though the CTA inquiry report had let to the reframing of habitual offender law by centering individuals over community. More than a decade later, when a local committee in 1965 was looking at denotified tribe, I saw them as community with an antisocial heritage. Some specific communities were even described as having an affinity for crime. What were some of the crimes which made on a habitual offender? Habitual offender laws have schedule of crime for which the classification could be invoked across the state. This include crimes like being a thug belonging to a gang of dacoits living on the earnings of or prostitution and half of dozens entire on lurking. Register were maintained under the rules and regulations were formulated by the state on how habitual offenders were to be treated within prison, leading to jail manual across the country adopting the language of the habitual offender, with some of them explicitly allowing for while criminal tribes community members to be designated as habitual offender. For example, in Rajasthan, but in 1998, the custodial death of the Buddha Sabar, a member of a denotified community in the West Bengal, led to national outrage over the concept of the habitual offender and how it was being used by the police. When did change start? From the outrage over Mr. Sabar's death, an advocacy group was formed known as the Denotified and Nomadic Tribes Right Action Group DNTRAG by the writer Maheshweta Devi and G.N. Devi, who also spearheaded by a launching of magazine named after Buddhan, which wrote on issue faced by this community. And the DNT raid studied the conditions of denotified tribes and prepared a report. In 1998, DNT raid wrote to the National Human Rights Commission NHRC in India, and the United Secretary General notified that even though the CTA had been repealed, the police as well as the general public continued to treat most of these unfortunate community as born criminal and habitual criminals, citing the habitual offender law in Bombay every day, bringing in instances of mob lynching, arson, and police atrocities enacted upon the innocent and helpless DNTs. The letter said, reacting to this letter, the NHRC formed an advisory group which in 2000 concluded that this habitual offender law can be repealed. Since then, every national commission that has dealt with the issue of DNT anti-SNT community has mentioned the adverse effect of habitual offender law on this community. In March 2007, the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination noted the way habitual offender law were being applied and called for its repeal. In 2008, the National Commission on DNT SNT headed by the B.S. Rankin noted the negative effect of the law on the lives of this community. In 2004, the High Level Committee of the Tribal Affairs Ministry, headed by the Professor Virginis Xaxe, noted the tag of the criminality attached to DNT and to the nomadic way of life of nomadic tribes persists to the present day. The explanation lies in good measure in the Criminal Tribe Act being replaced in many states by the Habitual Offender Act. In 2020, journalist Sukanya Santha reported on widespread caste discrimination within Indian prison system, including the treatment meted out to those who have been classified as habitual offenders, based on which she filed a petition in the Supreme Court. How have state reached? Deciding this case in October 2024, a bench headed by then Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud had noted that while habitual offender law was not the subject of the matter of specifically in fact the compelled to make some observation. He said the habitual offender legislation were enacted to replace the criminal tribe. However, in states such as Rajasthan, they were used to refer to member belonging to criminal tribe, denotified tribe. Applying that logic, several prison manual rules have also referred to habitual offender to mean member of denotified tribes or wandering tribe. This cannot be accepted. A while community ought not to have either been declared a criminal tribe in the past or a habitual offender in the present. It would not be wrong to say that the classification of the habitual offender has been used to target the members of the notified tribe. Further down in the judgment, the Supreme Court went on the earth that the state government to review whether there remain any need for a such habitual offender law in the country. According to the latest information provided by the state NUT of the Ministry of the Home Affairs, Punjab has said that it had notified implemented the law for over 5 years and neither had a register been maintained in this time. Similarly, the Odisha government has said that no case been registered under the law in the last 5 years. Andhra Pradesh has said that no one in their jails currently was imprisoned under the law. Some states like Goa have argued that since there are DNT is their state, there is no scope of the law being misused to target them and have indicated that they may not allow to continue using them. Gujarat has opinion against the repealing it, saying it does not intend to harass. Telangana has called the law preventative, whereas Uttar Pradesh has said that since all habitual offender provision had been covered under their Gundas Act, it does not matter if it is repealed. According to the listed available records of the National Crime Record Bureau for 2022, about 1.9% of India's 1.29 lakh convict population have been classified as habitual offender, with the highest proportion seen in Delhi, where 21.5% of convicts are classified as such. The gist. In October last year, while deciding a matter on caste discrimination within India jail, the Supreme Court of India had called into question the very basis of the habitual offender classification, notifying it was constitutionally suspect and used to targets member of the notified tribe. Habitual offender law have a schedule of crime for which the classification could be invoked across state. Has this included crime like being a thug belonging to a gang of decathletes living on the earnings of the prostitution and half of dozen entire on lurking. In March 2007, the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of the Racial Discrimination noted that way habitual offender law are being applied and call for its appeal. So guys, please like, comment, share and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel for the more update and more video. Press bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching. We meet in tomorrow next video. Jai Hind.